Thank you so much for checking out this free video. If you don't mind, please click like and subscribe. All right. You watched the Vince McMahon TMZ deal.
I did, yeah.
I only saw the a clip of Vince. And
yeah. In my report that's up on the front page of WrestlingObserver.com for subscribers only, I described Vince McMahon, and I did have a typo, but I described Vince McMahon as a papier-mâché Cruella de Vil.
Wow.
That's what he looked like to me. But later on, I'd kind of like to amend that statement, because later on, as I watched, and specifically towards the end, which I thought was perhaps the most intriguing thing of the entire documentary, is at the end, they're going over Hulk and Jimmy Hart coming out at the Netflix premiere for Raw. And Jimmy Hart said, man, it killed Hulk. Like, it was tearing him up on the inside. He said the louder the crowd booed, the more he waved that flag. Goldberg said he was upset by the crowd and the way that they handled it. And then they went to Vince. And Vince said that this was the biggest star in the history of the sport. He deserved more from the people running the company than to just bring him out there and say, hey, this is Hulk Hogan. He said the way that the WWE, the front office, handled it made him angry.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Too bad. Hey, listen, I just said that I was a nice guy, and a nice guy doesn't make fun of someone else's appearance.
No,
so
Brian,
I won't say anything about Vince other than the footage I saw was from behind the TMZ guy, and so you just saw the TV screen and Vince was on it. I thought it was that puppet from Bray Wyatt's Menagerie, the Vince puppet.
I actually will say something disparaging about his looks, because, like I said earlier, I wanted to amend my statement that he looked like a papier-mâché Cruella de Vil. I thought about this more, and after I saw him a few more times, it looked like he was, like, bubbling. You know what I mean? He was falling apart, like skin was just coming off of his body, and I thought, like, is he disintegrating? But I mean, is it perhaps the truth that instead there's a demon trying to rise from his body?
What
and
are
instead
you talking about?
His skin is
After
bubbling
dark
up.
is it too? Although not today.
I mean, everybody looks at Vince as this evil guy, but maybe he's the one that's been keeping in what's really evil away from society.
Okay, what in God's name are you talking about? How was the show itself? Was it good?
You know, I thought it was a pretty fair and accurate assessment of Hogan's life and career, I guess, as much as you can accomplish with 2 weeks and 1 hour of television time, 2 weeks of prep time. They talked about him, both his heroic and villainous aspects of Hogan and Terry Bollea. And kind of early on in the show, Harvey from TMZ, which they had, the show opened with footage from the War Room, the TMZ War Room, when they got the news that Hogan had died. And it was a frenzy until they got the headline out there, Hulk Hogan dead at 71. But early on in the show, Harvey made it quite clear, that a lot of people looked at Hogan as a hero, and in reality, he had many, many faults, and he was nothing more than just a human being.
Yeah.
So I don't know what more you can. Out of the things,
well,
I've seen,
who else was on it?
About
what
as unbiased
else did you
as
see?
you can get it. There was a number of people: Sly Stallone, Charlotte, Alexa, Mick Foley was particularly great. Mark Henry was fantastic on this as well. Mick Foley at the end said basically, like, Hogan said some bad stuff about him in the media, in public, in interviews, and later on made it a point to go into the media once again in public and say that he was wrong and take those comments about Mick Foley back. And Mick said if he measures the stuff Hulk said against the things that he did, he thinks Hogan caused a lot of good in this world and comes out ahead in the long run, and that's how he is going to remember him.
Thank you for watching. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and click that notify button, and you'll never miss a video again.